What's up, guys? What's up? Okay. Um, Hope you're doing well today. I am I think I think you guys can hear me. So hopefully, I'm gonna not make a mess of this. Brand new. This is brand new information. Yeah. So hopefully. Yeah. Okay, it's working. Awesome. Right, guys. I'm using this new software once again called Restream, and I wanted to give you the full picture. 1 second. I turn. That's better, isn't it? Is that better? That's a bit better. All right, let me have a look here. Aha! I'm a master. Okay, guys. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. And coming up to the end of the week, of course, I've just done a nice live podcast. Heading out this evening later on. I've been back a little bit now, of course, after my duties. But I wanted to come on today to give everybody I've just seen this in a lot of Telegram groups, right? And I've just seen it in a lot of other people's content and stuff. And a lot of the things they do is live calls. So, yeah, why not? So, guys, this was one of the trades that we took earlier. So, for any of you that are interested in knowing a little bit more about what I do,
yeah, why not?
I've basically set up a few things, okay? So just bear with me because this is sorry, it's got sound on sound here. So a few things I've been offering recently is, first of all, a free Telegram group with very limited signals in there. And the reason why is because, of course, for a couple of months, I was giving a lot of signals out on a daily basis, the ones that I was taking, and was getting some good success, right? With success comes progress. And so, therefore, for the people already in the free Telegram group, you will continuously get signals that, of course, have been making you some nice profits. But as of August the 1st, the premium group was launched. Now, in the premium group, there are twice as many signals. There's going to be a free ebook that I will be sending out to the members with all the techniques and tools and strategies that you need on there. And, of course, education and more one-to-one time. Have some fun. As you can see from the group, we've been having some funny gifts sent and comments and stuff like that. All part of the process of growing and learning together. But this is the first official live for that group. And to become a member of the group is £100 entry fee, and then £30 a month to receive the signals. As you saw yesterday on one of my posts, Tom, who joined 2 days ago now, he's of course paid the £130, and he's made way over £200 now. I haven't got his results back as of yet. He's still got a couple of trades open, which I'll share with you what they are in a minute. So safe to say he's had his money back. And all of this is in your control, guys. So again, I will mention in a moment another service that I offer, but this one is basically, you're copying and pasting what I'm doing. You're basically duplicating me. And based on the fact of me getting some great results, especially over the last few months, I believe that you will be getting these results as well. I'm here to make money just like you. Don't know why I just drew that. So another service that I offer, that's that first service there, if you want to get in touch with me about that. But the other service I'm offering is, of course, a funded account past challenge. What this means, just for anybody that's unsure, is that you pay a certain amount of money to a company that's regulated and proven. They give you virtual money. So let me talk numbers, right? £120 is the amount you pay. They will give you £15,000 of virtual money. And if you can show them that you can make 10% or 1,500, they will then give you the real money. Okay. And you can then trade with that money in the online markets, and whatever profit you make on that gets split 90-10 in your favor. So let me give you a couple of examples, right? Let's say you get the £15,000. You then make 10%. That would be 1,500. The company takes 10% of the profits for funding you that money. That's how they make their money, because they already have a lot of money, but obviously now they want it to be multiplied. They take that 10%. That will leave you, if you make 1,500, that would leave you 1,350. Now, if you want to do this yourself, that's fair enough. I can send you the document that can get you all set up and you're happy to go do it all yourself. It's great. For £120, you get £15,000, and the potential from that's huge. If, however, that sounds good, but you think, oh, I don't actually know how to trade, but I do want to make a bit of money, then what I can do is I can connect your account to mine. And when I open a trade on my account, it opens one on yours. And we split the remaining 90% of profits, because the company always takes 10%. So work it out. If you make 10%, that's 1,500. They deduct 10%, leaving you with 1,350. If you trade on your own, that's your money. If you want me to trade for you, we then split that 60-40 in your favor. So for 1,350, that would be £810 to you, 540 to me. And I aim to make 5% a week, which means every 2 weeks, that's what you'll get. Okay, if I hit my targets, right? Now, is it easy? No, of course not. Is there a risk of the challenge being failed, or the £120 being gone? Yes, it's happened in the past. It has happened. However, I'm going to show you here, for example, of course, more beneficial for me as well for the account to keep going, because of course I get 40% of the profit, plus you're connected to my account, meaning that if the account goes, then it's my account as well. We're all here to make money. But I've been looking over the last few months specifically, and years and stuff, and into how I can help people get into this new money world that we're in, this new digital world that we're in the cheapest way possible with the least amount of risk. Now, we've had a few ups and downs. We've learned a lot. We've grew a lot. We've had some great successes as well. And I'm going to share with you now a couple of the trades that I took today. So if any of you guys have an understanding of Forex and you made some of the trades today, fantastic. If you don't understand, great stuff. You don't need to. You can just connect your account to mine and I'll do the work for you. Why not? Just let me know if you want me to come on camera, guys. The camera is facing my good side today, so I will look good for you, I promise. But anyway, this stuff here on this screen, not so long ago, I say not so long ago, it was 3 years ago now. This looked like a heartbeat monitor, right? I remember looking at it and thinking, what is all of that, right? What is all that mess, okay? And you're right to think like that. It takes time to understand the terminology. It takes time to understand the language. What all these here that I'm scanning up and down here mean. XAU USD is basically gold versus the US dollar, right? And then you've got, of course, GBP USD, the pound versus the US dollar. But what does they all mean, right? Well, I'm not going to go into too much detail about that today because this is going to be different parts and parcels of the courses that I'm giving you and to better educate you. But I wanted to share something with you, and that's how I look at the charts, right? So I'm just going to put my glasses somewhere. No, I'm only joking. Bad jokes, but it is Friday night, and I have kids, so I'm allowed bad jokes. So what I do is I just click and hope for the best. Really, no, I'm joking. I don't. What I do is I have two charts open up here, right? You can see here at the top. Okay, one of them represents a bigger picture. They have the daily, the 4 hour, and the 2 hour. Okay, I don't tend to use the 1 hour, so I'll leave it on there anyway. So the 2 hours the one I like. What I'll do here is I'll look at supply and demand zones and then map them out. All right. Now, for anybody that's quite new to this, you may have heard a lot about supply and demand zones and still don't get what it means. So let me try and break it down for you best way I can. Okay. A supply zone is basically an area in which they want to sell off, right? This is how I look at the markets. Okay. So you imagine for a minute that price is like down here. Let me just see if I can't go back a little bit. Yeah, replay. Okay. Yeah. Let's replay it a little bit. Yeah. So we're going back in a bit of time here. Let's go a bit further. Let's go way back when. Who says you can't turn back the time? Yeah, Forex lets you turn back the time. Okay, so let's say I've mapped out this supply zone up here. Okay, an area that's important for for people who trade in gold, institutions, banks, traders, whoever, right? So they're looking at this area because, for me, you won't know about all of this just yet, but this is a nice little build-up area here around this section here, okay? This is an area of importance. Now, when they've come in, I can make it a little bit bigger. When they've come in this area, right, they've sold off, meaning that they've got the price, and this level's at 1980 here, right? They've been given the price up here, okay? And they're happy with that price. So imagine a load of banks and traders have got a load of gold, just to try and give you a visual here. They've got a load of gold and they're looking for the best price. So down here is where it was at. Oh, down here is where it was at on the 17th, the 18th of July, my birthday. Woohoo! Okay, yeah. Down here at 1948 is where gold was at, right? Now, I don't know what happened here. I haven't looked at the news and stuff like that just yet. But here is where gold was at on the 18th of July, right? So buyers came in because they believed that this was a good price to buy gold, okay? And they've driven the market up, okay? They've driven it up. They've brought gold. What that's done is that's taken it to the next place, which is a supply zone. When it's reached this level, so from 1948, they've held it all the way up to 1980. That's a good move, okay? Now, if I was to go right back into, let's go back in time. If I was to go right back to my birthday, you would probably see 17th. You'd probably see news. Yeah, there was Empire State Manufacturing Index and core retail sales. Yeah, here we go. CPI, core retail sales. Now, again, you don't need to know this stuff just yet, but it is important to understand that when these red boxes are here and there's news, the market's going to move big, right? So first of all, if you're a beginner trader, then do not trade these times. And if you're quite experienced, then still do not trade these times. Wait for 5 minutes after, okay? Otherwise, you're just going to destroy yourself. Right, so here, for example, core retail sales and retail sales, they got the news would have been released at 1:30 on the 18th, right? And this would have been pending up until 1:30, and then bang, that number would have came up. That number, again, you don't need to know the details of this just yet. This is the fundamental news that you don't need to know about yet, but for using it in trading, it's green and red. Okay, red is bad, green is good. Okay, so when USD has bad news, right, it means the dollar and the US economy is weaker or is weakened. And what happens to an economy when they get weaker, especially in the Forex markets, is people buy gold. So look here, 1:30, bad news, weaker. Let's go into, here we go, because I'm on every 2 hours. So I could go down to 1 hour here. I could even go down to the half an hour, okay? There we are. Yeah, 1:30. You see that? Bang, right? There is always an initial push, right? Whenever you get these red boxes, there will be an initial push. What this is this is usually called a liquidity sweep, okay? What it will do is it will push down into a certain area before it makes its actual move to where it's going. Okay, it will grab all the rest of the money that's hanging around here. And if we went back in time even further, you would probably see where the money was. Yeah, look, you could see all the way across here. There was some, this hadn't been touched the whole way. You see? This money here hadn't been touched since the 12th of July. You can see here the time, the date at the bottom. It'd been in this area, come down, but this whole area hadn't been swept. Liquidity sweep. So where it had been touched is here. See that? Sweep, sweep, sweep. This hadn't been touched. So bang, it needed to come into this area before going and doing its initial push. So because, again, not all the time, but because this was red, this was bad news, people buy gold. Okay? When they buy gold, that means buying sends it up, right? And before it goes up, the liquidity needs to be swept. The rest of the money, this here, left here, needs to be taken before it can make its move up. Okay? That's why you get these big pushes down. Market manipulation, liquidity sweep, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Now, I used to think that, oh my God, it's red news. Why is it going down? Damn. And then I would have probably put a sell on just here back in the day. I'd been like, oh, it's going down. It's going down. No, it's still going down. And then bang, it's took me out. You know, I've just lost all my money. Right. That happens to everybody, which is why it literally does happen to everybody, which is why I tell people don't trade the news. Okay. 5 minutes after, if you look here, I can break it down. Break it down. Give me some comments, guys, if this is making sense, if you can. Hoping that and if you've got any questions, please do feel free to ask. So as you can see, the push down, bang, and it's swept the liquidity down here, and then 1, 2, 3, 15 minutes later, it started its rise up. Right when it's just finished its liquidity sweep, it's got its rise up. And if you had mapped out where the liquidity is from the previous where I've just shown you before, then you would have had a better picture, a better understanding of here it was, right. Of where it might go to. Okay. Is that where I'm at? Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So it's not, none of this area has been taken out. Okay. Now it has been taken out, and now the push can go up. So going on to today, and then obviously, yeah, there's the push. Sorry, I closed that one. Yeah, there's the push. and then it's gone up. What would have happened then is then when it gets to a certain area where the buyers are now happy, the buyers then become sellers, right? And that's how the markets move. This is why in Forex you can make money both buying and selling, because when the price is low, you buy, and when the price is high, you sell, right? It does seem quite simple, and it is pretty straightforward. These are called supply and demand zones, support and resistance areas as well. And if you work in between these, you can make a lot of profits. But here's the kicker, guys. The mindset is everything, right? Because look at this. Let's say, for example, you see this as a supply zone, which you would have been correct, because again, if we go back in time, we go back in time. Woo! I love this stuff. So if I draw this line here, and I hope go back in time, look, you can see here, bang, yeah? Does that make sense? You can see here, it's an area of supply. Why? Because look, see these sellers coming in, bang, these big drops. The black is sellers, blue is buyers. You can change the color to whatever you want. Black, sell. You can see. So you've seen now that it's in a supply zone, right? And you're thinking, yeah, this is a great selling place. Awesome. So then let's say, yeah, you get into a sell just here, right? Let's go back in time. Cool. So this is live now. Let's say it's live now, yeah? Cool. So you've seen the liquidity sweep up here. You've noticed that spike up here. Great, awesome, great stuff. Okay. Good idea. So you think, oh, okay, I'm going to get in. I'm going to get in a sell. Looks good here. They've got a strong candle coming here. I'm going to get into this sell. I'm going to put my stop loss above the previous spike. Okay. And then let's do it. Let's sell, Shoel. Let's sell. When we press play. Awesome. Oh no. Oh, it's took my stop loss out. Wait. Hold on. Oh yeah, cool. Okay. Now it's took my stop loss out. But okay, I'm gonna get in again. Here. Look, this looks strong. Awesome. I'm in a supply zone. They're gonna sell. Bang. Cool. Let's go. Oh yeah, awesome. Woohoo. Oh, wait, what? No, my TP. So first of all, I would have definitely got out here. You set your TP based on your analysis, right? But the markets don't work as your analysis. They don't care about you, right? They move when they move, right? Here, I asked a question quite a while back about on a live call. I asked them, I says, what does this mean? and the person says, oh, for anybody that's asking stupid questions, then you just have to read the guide or something like that. I can't remember what was totally said on the call. It was about a year or so ago. But basically, this just happens, right? This just happens. So when you get to a position here, you just close and you wait for another opening, because most people would have gone, oh no, it's not hit my TP. My TP, that is mine. I need to hit that. I've leveled that up with this area here. You know, it's my level. That's where it's going to go to 100%, right? And then what happens is that you become too stubborn, you lose your focus, and then you'll see that, well, in this case, it did hit the TP. Wait, what? Where was? Oh no, I did that wrong. Damn it! I meant to do this push up here. Oh no. Okay, crazy. Well, you would have been right on that occasion. My bad. But okay, let's just. Brilliant. Right. Let me just give you the example here. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I went too soon. Okay. So let's try this again. So you're here. That was brilliant. So you're here and you're thinking, right, I'm in a supply zone. Fantastic. Okay, I'm ready. Get my selling. Bang, I'm in. Right, brilliant. You see that? So now you're thinking, yeah, awesome. My stop loss is still there and I'm ready for the drop. I'm happy. And then, yeah, wicked. Awesome. Awesome. It's all me. Woohoo. And then suddenly, bang, that happens. That's what I was meant to show you. See that? Has anybody ever had that happen to them? Yeah? Yeah, me too. So what that is, guys, that could be a few things. So let's look Thursday the 20th at 1 a.m. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying this because this is really fun for me too. So 20th at 1 a.m. Here we go. Look, 1 o'clock. It was good news for Japan, right? All this news is fundamentals. This all affects it. So what that would have done is potentially what drove it up. Potentially. However, what it also looks like to me is a fake out. And what that means is it's a fake candle to the upside to then give you the impression that it's going to keep going up and to take your stop loss out, right? Annoying as heck, isn't it? So what happened after that, of course, we've already been here, is that bang, you're done, right? And there's your entry point. Now, this is something that you have to get used to seeing, right? So first of all, the best entry is, of course, here, isn't it? Right? Now, it's completely up to you, okay? So if I just click here, for example, you will see that this is another area of supply, okay? Why is that, Daz? Why is that another area? Basically, whenever we're in a downwards trend, okay, and then there's a push up, this candle here, okay, this one here, whenever there's push up, that becomes supply, or if it's reverse, it becomes demand. It's an area where sellers are interested in selling. So what's actually happened here is, where was I? Oh, yeah, a bit further along. I've gone way back. Oh, yeah, there we go. What's actually happened here is that you've got in a good area of supply, but you didn't look at the 4-hour chart to see that potentially there's a better price not far away. Now, because the market looks like it's in an overall downwards movement, a big retrace back up, of course, but overall downwards movement, it's going to be looking for sells. However, imagine it that you've brought this gold, right? You've brought this gold and you have people at an auction are offering you 1977, they're saying to you. But there's just one guy that comes in at the last minute and says, I'll give you 1987 for it. Because there's banks and there's people out there that know that there are people that will pay more for it. Okay. I know this isn't the proper way to understand it, but I'm just giving you the example, right? Let's say you're at an auction and you have the gold and you know John is coming in half an hour later, right? Everyone here is offering, I'll give you 1962. These guys, I'll give you 1970. Okay, final offer, guys, we'll give you 1977. But this push here, imagine this push here as a friend of yours saying to you, oh, John's on his way. He's going to give you more, right? If you just hold out for a little bit longer. Okay, this push. Then when you get here, you see this push, you're like, okay, this is a supply zone. So what I do if I see this push is I'll look back and I'll think, okay, where is there another level it could go? Okay. And that, ladies and gents, is how you get the sniper entries. You wait for the push up. Because bear in mind, this is 4 hours worth. Like, well, let me break it down a little bit more. There, look, 1 o'clock, 2 hours worth there, sorry. Here, look, 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. And then if you break it down even more, because you always want to start on the higher time frame and then go down to the lower ones. Yeah, you would have seen that thing that looked like a spike up and a spike down that was really quick was actually all of this build up here. And it was these two here. Okay, so a couple of indecision candles and then these two here before he got his price. Before John came in and said, yeah, I'll have it. So I hope that that's given you a little bit of an insight into the markets and how they work. Or it's either that or it's put you off and confused you forever. Either way, guys, it's not false to say that there's a lot of money to be made in Forex. $6.6 trillion goes through this market every single day, right? Bar from Saturday, Sunday. You can get into crypto if you like for the weekends. But, guys, the reason why these areas are important is because it's not random, okay? Regardless of what you might think. These little spikes and these little moves and stuff like that, they can be random. They're the build up. There's what's necessary or what's happening in the markets right now. So if there's no market, the markets always have to be moving, right? They always have to be moving. So if there's nothing happening, bear with me. So if there's nothing happening here, I'll answer your question in a moment, mate. If there's nothing happening, then you're just going to see these little wicks and little spikes and stuff. And there's money to be made here, of course, depending on what type of trader you are. But these big movements happen at certain times. Look, 3 o'clock is a big movement. 3 o'clock is another time for obviously movement. 3 o'clock again. You see, 3 o'clock and 2:30, 3 o'clock is when the US markets, US banks and markets open. So 9 times out of 10, you will see big movements at this time. Just bear with me, guys. I've got a couple of questions. Oh, right. Not sure if that's to do with the... Okay, guys. Yeah, there's a couple of you asking about the funded account. So, yeah. So... So yeah, so the funded accounts, guys, are around about 120 or 130 pound, depending on which option you choose. Okay, so say for example, it's $99, but then you have a few add-ons, which takes up to about $153. If you use a discount code that I can give you on the PDF that I send over, you'll get it for around about $130, which is about, I think, about £110. Okay, now bear with me. Yeah, so £110. What that does is that gets you £15,000 of capital to trade in these markets. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it's £6.6 trillion goes through the markets every single day. So we are still just a drop in the ocean. And yeah, what that will do is that will get you a funded account, and you have no time limit in order to pass that. So there's no rush whatsoever. You can take a year if you want, but I try and pass them within a month. Yeah, the quicker the better, of course, obviously. But anyway. So what that will do is that will give you some login details. And if you want me to trade on your behalf, then you simply send me those login details. I'll connect them to my software, and then you just pay me £30 a month to do that for you. If you wish to do it yourself, and then, of course, you can use my signals in the Telegram group if you want to pass the accounts. And again, they're £30 a month. So it's the same thing. But completely up to you how you wish to do it. The reason why I put the done for you service is because people haven't always got time to do the trading themselves. And for the signals, people want to learn how to do it themselves. So, why not? Why not? Why not indeed? But anyway, guys, back to business. As you can see, I've mapped out weight. I'm quite OCD with stuff. So, but then I think I don't care. I like making a mess as well at the same time. So funny. But yeah, so here was earlier when we were talking. Yeah, as you can see, just if I close this down, as we're moving along, we've come to a stop. Now, some of you might be thinking, all right, okay, it sounds good, Daz. Where do I know to put my stop loss and my take profits? Well, basically, your take profits can be previous lows. In this instance, like it really depends on you as an individual, right? Let's say, for example, you like to be trading in and out the markets very quickly. Then I recommend obviously being a scalp trader, which is somebody who looks for these entries here and then looks to get out probably around here. Like, so this is how I prefer to do it. I like to trade daily, and I like all my trades to be done in that day, right? Finished. Okay, finito. Why? Because it's just fun. Plus, I've found the fact that I sleep better when there's no trades open as well. I'm sure a few of you traders sleep better as well when there's no trades open. So your stop loss should again be always above the previous high. But if you're struggling to really find a spot, like this was perfect. If you're struggling to find a spot, look for the previous supply zone and then get as close to that as possible. So then your stop loss is as small as possible. And then you just put it above the previous highs. The reason why is because it doesn't mean it's not going to hit your stop loss. But what it does mean is it takes the probability down. And not only that, but if it breaks through two supply zones, so if it breaks through this and then through this, the likelihood of it going up is very high because it's now broken through two ceilings. And if you meet anybody in this world that can break through two ceilings, you're going to want to let them keep moving forward, aren't you? Okay, I'll just step out of your way. That's fine by me. So what you can see here is, as I mentioned earlier, we've come back down to a level, this build-up level back here, right? This has been built up, which means there's some noise here that's been want to be made. And if we move it across, we can see from here, it's come down, it's come back up for another test, right? John's come back again. He wants more gold to sell. So therefore, it's come before it's made its next push down, right? That's a lot of how gold works. Okay, gold works. It respects supply and demand zones very, very well. Okay, which is why it's great to trade off them. The thing that comes with it, ladies and gents, is the mindset, right? If you've let's say you got in. I'll show you one actually that I did earlier. Actually, why not? Why not? Just to test myself. Let's remove all this stuff, clean it up a little bit. So this was literally today on the 4th of August, 2023. Yeah. So this is I'm still in one of these right now, but I've pretty much closed off most of my stuff here because this is where I believe it's going, but because it's the weekend, we could see a drop down into here before it's moved back up. But what I did earlier actually is these are my parameters, by the way. The green represents profit, the red represents drawdown or loss, and the line here in the middle represents where I entered. So for the trade earlier I gave in the signal group was just here at 1934. And the TP was at 1943. And as you can see, it went there without any drawdown, which was lucky because, on some occasions, a lot of occasions, we are in drawdown purely down to the fact that the market's always moving. And I'll show you why exactly in a minute. So what happened here is I actually got in a buy just here. Okay. Where are we? Let's go on to the 1 hour. Okay. Yeah, 10 o'clock here. I got in a buy, I believe. And because we were, as you can see here, we're going up. We're in this range. If you imagine for a minute these two green boxes here, a range. We call this, yeah, in between. This box here, and yeah, these two boxes here. Yeah, can you see these quite clearly? So if you sell up here and buy here and sell here and buy here and sell here and buy here, you could be making some good money because you're moving between 1932 and 1939, which is 70 pips. 70, 140, 210, 280, 350, 420, right? That's a lot of money to be made in gold. However, what happened was at 10 a.m., where are we looking? Was it 10 a.m.? Yeah, 10 a.m. Here it is. Yeah, I've got it right here, actually. At 10 a.m., I had been putting a couple of trades on up and down here, right? At 10 a.m., I put a trade on here with my stop loss here, I believe, yeah. And what happened was because there were news at 1 o'clock, the markets, look at this, just for 3 hours, just stayed here doing nothing. So, and then here, just before the launch up, it was in drawdown. As you can see, these spikes here and this bit here. So the reason why I talk about mindset a lot with trading is because for 3 hours, if you're opening your phone every hour, let's say you're opening your phone every hour and you're looking and it's in minus, it's going to get to a point where your brain just starts fighting and saying, just close it. You know, you've got the news coming up. It's risky. It looks like it's going down. It's been in drawdown, minus for ages. And then look at that. Boom. Up within minutes, right? So I as an experienced trader, right? I literally closed the trade. I think, yeah, it was about break even here. Like literally, if I go to the 5 minute window. Where's it gone? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I've turned the parameter things off. Bugger. Yeah. So just before the news was released, I had the take profit and stuff here, right? Just before the news was released, as you can see here, it pushed up. When it pushed up here, I closed that trade at like break even, and the reason why was because I knew it's happened to me time and time again. Doesn't matter how well you get to know the news or how well you get to know the markets, these will happen. Look at this, right? Look at this spike here. This spike within seconds at 1:30. If you look here, like 1:30, huge news. Okay, yeah, doesn't matter the outcome. The outcome was actually bad for the US dollar, which means good for gold. When it's bad for the US dollar, it makes the economy weaker, which means people buy gold, which means gold will go up, right? And it did. It went right up, right? But market manipulation and liquidity sweeping means that the first thing it does is bang, drop down, takes everyone's stop losses out. Look, it would have took mine out as well if I hadn't have closed it. I closed it here just before because I knew exactly what it was going to do. But again, liquidity sweep. Now, if I was to draw, let me just go back a little bit, guys. Hope this is making sense for you lot. It's making sense for me, so that helps. So if I just turn these off, if I take this and go way back, you can see here, bang, look. All this area here has not been swept. All this area has been swept, sorry, right? What that means is basically, imagine it like someone with a brush. They've come in this area and they've cleaned it up. They've cleaned this, where it's been before, they've cleaned it, right? This area here hasn't. Since the push up from this demand zone, since the push up, this area hasn't been swept. So what it needed to be done is it needed to take it out. And look, bang, right on the tip, took it out, swept it, and now it can actually focus on the outcome of the news, which is bad for the US dollar, meaning good for gold, meaning we're going up. And that's why 5 minutes later, I put in the group chat, buy gold here, I said. If I go down to the 5 minutes, here we go. I said, buy gold here, okay? Up to 1943, yeah? Put your stop loss, stop loss below there. Made it a 2-to-1, but I was fairly confident with this anyway, based on the news and everything else, and my analysis. And lo and behold, like you say, it's gone up. It's surpassed it. It went to 1946, which means we could have had a little bit more room there. But 1943, smashed it, guys. This is what happens. So I'm showing you exactly what I'm looking at. But what I want you guys to know is that in the group chat, I would literally type in something like this. XAU USD buy, enter at 1934 to 1930, I believe. TP1, 1936. TP2, 1938. TP3, I'd write something like that for you guys. But just make that bigger. Yeah, I'd write something like that for you guys. So when it reached this number here on the right hand side, 1934, or somewhere between here, this area, depending on where it's at right now, 1934, you'd click buy on your phone, and then you'd type in TP, which is clearly marked out on your phone, and stop loss clearly marked out, and then you just let it ride, and it will close it automatically for you once it's reached those levels. Okay. Hope that's made some great sense for you guys. But again, once more, first of all, come into the free Telegram group to have a little look. Then join the premium group, which is £100 entry fee, £30 a month. Or on the other side of it, you can pay £120. I'll show you here. £120 for £15,000 funded, £30 per month. Okay, that's it. That's the cost. And let's say, for example, I make 10% for you, which equals 1,500. Okay. Prop firm is the one that gives you the money in the first place, so they deduct 10%, which is okay, leaving 1,350, and then 60% to you, which equals 810, 40% to me for doing the work, which equals 540, every 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, that's how it works. So it's completely up to you how you guys want to do it. If you want more information, if you want to become part of the group, then just drop me a message. My friend's about to arrive now, so we're going out and going to enjoy a great week. For those who are interested in results and numbers, today everybody made 1%. Right, so if I do that 10 more, for the newcomers and stuff, that's great. If I just do that 10 more times, that means in 10 days we would have passed. There's 5 trading days a week, so that's obviously 2 weeks. So if I keep up with the consistency and keep learning and showing you guys and learning from you guys as well, then yeah, we'll all be flying together. Some of you may be thinking, well, what's in it for me? Well, first of all, of course, the 40% profit split I get for doing the work. £30 a month is the cost to connect your account to mine. So I don't make anything from that. The prop firm does pay me an affiliation of 10%, meaning that if you pay £120, the prop firm pays me £12. So it's not really a lot, but in terms of financial gain, that's what I get. But you get 60% for paying £120, and then of course £30 a month. So I've been studying a lot of different ways in which I can help people and connect with people and improve their lives without costing too much. I've tried a few different methods and things, and we're having success. That's all I can say. There's bumps in the road. There's obstacles to overcome. There'll be mistakes to be made in the future as well, and stuff. That's part and parcel of being a human being and growing. But we're always learning. We're always developing. I'll give you some examples. There's 8 people who are members who have joined in the last week, and they've all made 1% today, which is at least £150. And also, a lad called Tom, I think you saw my stories, a lad called Tom decided to place the trades himself. He paid £130 to join the premium group, and he's made I think £280 now in just over a day. So he's got his money back and more. So the proof's in the pudding there for you guys, if that's the right saying. But no, I'm all about life and fun and enjoying life, which is what I'm planning on doing right now when I'm going out. I'm climbing another mountain again soon. If anyone wants to join on me on the adventure there, but at the same time, business is business. You do have to spend money to make money, as the saying goes. But I try and find the lowest cost possible, because I understand that where I started, where I came from, to be fortunate enough to be in a position I am now. But if I had an opportunity like this 3 or 4 years ago, I would have took the opportunity. And if you're in a position to do that, then have a think about it over the weekend. The markets don't open till Sunday night, Monday morning. I'm done for today. I've currently got this trade open. For anybody who's in the Telegram group, you would have known. I'll just show you now. So initially we got in here, sell USD JPY. We're going to ride this bad boy all the way down. So yeah, so initially, sorry, we got in here at the top. If I just bring it out. Again, a nice sniper entry at the top here. We got in, and we're going to intentionally ride this all the way down to 139 area. At this moment in time, it's doing a nice little expected retracement. It's slowing down because it's been coming to the end of the week. Nice little retracement here, ready for another re-entry should it come back to this area here. As you can see, we've marked it out. If it wants to come back up here, great. If not, it will just keep going down. But at this minute in time, we're currently, all the guys, well, most of the guys are 90 pips in profit. okay, which is a fantastic way to finish the week. 90 pips, just out of curiosity, if any of you wanted to know, depends on your lot size. So if you're starting with a small account, that would be £9 in profit. If it's a medium-sized account, that's 910. If it's a large account, that'd be 900. Again, depending on the lot size that you use, but the pips represent the amount. The pips represent the movement in the market. The amount you make from it is represented by the lot size that you use. It's just multiplied it. Anyway, I won't go into that today. So you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I look forward to hearing from you all. Any questions, fire them my way. But for now, I've been Daz Boys, and I have no idea how to end the stream. Oh, okay, cool. And I didn't even record that. So, I was going to record that for a course on the bloody... Anyway, never mind.